Hi, how are you doing today? In the previous video, we figured out ways to identify our strengths. If you haven't gone through that video yet, it is better you go through that video first. Now, once we know what are our strengths, it's even more important to know how to showcase these strengths in the interview. Because the outcome of the interview depends entirely on the exhibition of skills and strengths. Why is it complicated to exhibit these strengths in the interview? Number one, because of less time, your interview could last only 5 to 10 minutes. Number two, we need to tell the way the interviewer can imagine and understand. Most of the people don't talk about these strengths in the right way. They mention their strengths like I am hardworking, I am disciplined, I am self-motivated, I am a quick learner, etc. which they think interviewers might just believe whatever they say, which is not true. So, how to exhibit the skills in a short time and the most effective way? Number one, relating skill with tasks. Mention what work you can do better because of certain skills you possess. All the strengths that you acquired helps you in doing some or the other work better than others. For example, if your strength is paying attention to details, it helps you in doing what work? Maybe in the project that you do, or maybe learning new skills. So this can be mentioned as I could learn a new skill quickly because I have ability to pay attention. In this way, you not only mention what skill you have, but also mention that you could acquire a new skill because of this quality of paying attention to detail. Number two, relate skills with hobbies. Every hobby that you have helps you develop certain skills, or your skills help you perform certain tasks in your hobby in optimal way. For example, if playing chess is your hobby, then you develop concentration, analytical skills, problem solving, etc. So how can you frame a sentence here? You can say playing chess helped me improve my analytical skills, or you can say since I have good problem solving skills, it helped me play chess better. Like this, you can relate all your hobbies with skills. Number three, relating strengths with skills required for a job role. Whenever you appear for an interview, first understand the skills required for that job role. Make a list of all the skills required and then figure out how your strengths help you in doing that job better. If one of the skills required for the job role is logical thinking, you have to relate with an example how you exhibit logical skills. For example, you could say something like, I love solving puzzles, which helped me improve my logical ability, which is very essential for the job role. Number four, demonstrate the skills. Let's say one of your strength is confidence. Then you must exhibit this strength throughout the way you walk in the room, how you sit, how you talk, and how you respond. This is the best way to demonstrate your skills. Number five, relating the situations with skills. In your life, you would have overcome certain crises, or you would have done something better than others. You can talk about which skills helped a key role in doing these things. For example, you could say something like, because of your interpersonal skills, you are able to interact with new people when you did the internship, or how your presence of mind helped your friend in overcoming some situation. Number six, relating awards and achievements. You must have won certain awards or accomplished something if you can relate the skills that helped you in achieving those. It will be a great advantage. Companies look for achievers. If you can showcase that you possess certain skills through which you achieved something, then the interviewer will relate that you can achieve something after you join the organization. These 6 strategies, if you implement, will help you stand out from others. Now let's talk about how to talk about your weakness. Before we proceed further, the most important thing you must remember is do not talk about your weakness unless the interviewer asks you about it. In the previous video, we have noticed that everybody has few things that cannot be done in an optimal way, which can be considered as a weakness or area of improvement. There are 3 reasons why we have weakness. It could be because of lack of experience or exposure, because of misguidance, or because of limiting beliefs. So, if the interviewer asks you what your weaknesses are, then how should we handle it? Number one, relate weakness as areas of improvement. Anything that you cannot do better, does not mean that you are not capable or that weakness is permanent. So you should specify the weakness as an area of improvement. For example, you can say something like, I have realized my areas of improvement are enhancing communication skills and self-motivation. Number 2, update the status of improvement. Whenever you mention some aspect as an area of improvement, it is always better that you update the current status. Like if you have started working on it or you already overcome it. For example, taking previous example, you could say that I have realized my areas of improvement are enhancing communication skills which I am working on and I will be able to achieve it in the next 3 to 4 months. Number 3, converting weakness to strengths. This is a very tricky aspect and one must use this with lot of maturity. The strategy here is some of your strengths could also have certain weaknesses as a byproduct. For example, if you pay a lot of attention to details, there is a chance that you spend more time analyzing, which could be a weakness. And since there is a strength aligned, it will not be a huge impact. So identify some strengths that has a byproduct of some weakness and convey it with care. Finally, some very important do's and don'ts for talking about strengths and weakness. Number 1, frame sentences for conveying your strengths and weaknesses like how you tell stories. It should be conversational. Give tangible evidence to explain why or how you exhibited your skills. Number 2, do not make the story or the sentence too long. Keep it short and crisp. Number 3, do not convey too many strengths. Focus on 2 core skills and 2 to 3 supplementary skills. Number 4, refrain from talking about strengths that are not relevant for the job role. It will not be of much interest to the interviewer. Number 5, talk about the most relevant and recent examples. Do not take examples that you have done something in class 2nd or 3rd. Number 6, do not tell something that you haven't done. Misleading might go against you. Only talk about the qualities that you possess. Number 7, be prepared to answer other questions related to strengths and weaknesses. The interviewer may not ask you about this aspect directly. They might ask you about it in a different way, like which of your current tasks you find it most challenging, which roles you struggle the most, what is the biggest regret you have, tell me about the instances when you gave up, how are you improving your areas of improvement, which skill you admire the most in you, what qualities help you in doing your project, what makes you think that you will be able to do your job better, etc. Number 8, when you talk about your areas of improvement, ensure that you don't use the skills that are core for the job role that you have applied for. For example, don't mention that you need to improve your ability to work in a team. Or if you are applying for a software job and if you mention that you need to improve your coding skills, which is core of the job role, then the outcome of the interview will go against you. If your weakness is related to core job skills, you must definitely work on it and improve it immediately. But for you to convey it during the interview, you must not use the skill that is core for the job role. Panelists will not select if you need to improve on the core skills required for the job. Number 9, never say that you don't have a weakness. Everybody has some or the other areas to improve. Nobody is perfect. By saying this, you prove that you have no ideas about what areas you need to improve on. Number 10, do not use the word weakness during your conversation. Always mention it as an area of improvement. Inputs given in the video will definitely help you stand out from others. Thank you for watching the video and all the best. See you soon in another video.